Long, long ago, there lived a hard-working artisan by the name Bhimaya. He used to carry water to his landlord's house in the two pots that are tied on either side of a log. One pot was leaking, while the other pot was perfect. One day, as Bhimaya was carrying water, the perfect pot said to the leaking pot, "Ha ha ha ha, you are broken and of no use to the owner. You waste more than half of how much water he carries. I am more useful. I am more helpful to him than you are. I am superior to you." The perfect pot felt greater all the time and it belittled the leaking one. And so the leaking pot felt very bad that it is not being able to be useful to Bhimaya. It felt ashamed that it cannot carry water like the perfect pot. One day, when Bhimaya was carrying water like always, the leaking pot said to him, "Dear Bhimaya, please exchange me for a better one." He said, "But why?" It continued saying, "I am not able to carry all the water. The cracks in me are leaking it. I am a burden to you and I am of no use." Bhimaya understood its misery. He said, "Don't feel bad. Look at the flowers lying next to you." The pot turned to its side with curiosity. It was very thrilled about seeing them. Then Bhimaya said, "If you observe it, those flowers are only on your side and not on the other side. When I am carrying water, I make sure that the water you are leaking is going to those flowers. It means that you are only watering those flowers, which are used in prayers. If it wasn't for you and the water you leak, there would be no flowers to offer to God. Do you see how useful you are now?" The leaking pot thanked Bhimaya. The perfect pot heard the talk and felt very sorry for its behavior. It apologized to the leaking pot, saying, "Forgive me, my friend. I insulted you by stressing your weakness. I realize my mistake." Bhimaya heard it all and said, "You are both useful to me. When you are together, let's stick with each other and work happily ever after."
Ages ago, there lived a potter named Raman. He made pots for living. One evening, he was busy heating wet clay pots in the kiln. One of the wet pots saw him putting them in the kiln and got scared. Raman was tired and left for home thinking he would heat the rest of the pots the next day. As soon as he left, the scared pot said to the other one,
"Hey friend, I'm really scared to see our fellow pots getting baked in the kiln."
"Not just them, he will heat us too."
"My God, I won't let that happen to me. My body would be burnt."
It doesn't matter how you feel. We need to be baked to be useful to others. It is our duty.
"I don't want to do any duty. I have decided I won't be put in the kiln."
Dear friend, the kiln is where we find our shape and purpose. That is what will give us beauty and happiness.
"No way. I am not listening to you anymore. I will request Raman tomorrow so he does not put me into the kiln."
As your friend, I only meant well for you. The rest is up to you. The second pot kept silent for the rest of the night. Raman came to work the following morning and placed the second pot in the kiln. It was now the scared pot's turn. As Raman came closer, the scared pot said to him,
Raman, please don't heat me up. I am better off this way.
But if I don't heat you, there is no point in making you. Why don't you want to be heated?
I don't want to put my body through that pain. Please let me be.
If you work hard now, you can live happily for the rest of your life. But if you get lazy, your life would be wasted. You would not be useful to anyone.
Raman tried to convince the pot, but failed. The pot then thought,
Thank God, I don't have to worry about anything now.
and felt happy. Meanwhile, the rest of the pots were ready and got sold. Since it was summer, Raman poured some water in a different pot and placed it next to the undone pot. It then said,
Look, how happy I am. If you had listened to me, you would not have had to carry the weight of the water today.
I am happy the way I am. I am thankful to Raman for making me useful.
It is totally useless to talk to you. Go on chasing your purpose.
The undone pot mocked the useful pot, and time went by. One day, it rained heavily. As the heated pot was strong enough to survive the rain, the undone pot began to melt away in the water. In its last moments, the undone pot said to the other,
Forgive me, my friend. Had I listened to you and Raman, I could have lived to see the day.
And so, the undone pot lost its shape and melted to the ground. Moral of the story: this story tells us if we work hard in the initial stages of life, the rest of it will be better. But if we show laziness and slack off, we will waste away our precious life.
Once there lived a pot maker named Murari in a village called Mahadevpur. He would make pots, sells them in the market, and with the earnings, he would raise his family. He had 3 pots in his home. One day, the 3 were talking to each other like this. Friends, we have been friends like this since very long time. I wish from my whole heart to live together like this forever. I wish the same, my dear friend. But I don't wish to live here anymore. How long should we stay here in a poor family like this? I wish someone to take me from here. When the 3 pots were talking to each other, a rich man arrived to the pot maker.
Listen, man, I want one nice good pot.
See, sir, I don't have good pot or bad pot. All the pots are good. Whichever you want, you can take it, sir. Please, don't mind.
I don't want a new pot, but I want old one.
Old one? But sir, I have all the new pots except the 3 pots which I am already using.
Whatever it is, I want an old pot.
The man was firm on his word. Murari had no choice but to show him the 3 pots. Amongst the 3, the rich man chose the 3rd pot. On this, the 3rd pot says to the other 2, Look, my wish is fulfilled. I am going with the rich man now. Saying this, the 3rd pot feels happy. The rich man pays money to Murari and takes the pot home. The pot feels very happy to be there. Days go by. One day, when the owner was filling the water in the pot gets broken from the top.
Oh, I brought this old pot, thinking it will be stronger when compared to the new one. But look at this, it's broken. Now it is of no use to me. I should throw it.
The rich man keeps the pot away from home. The pot feels so sad. and says to self, "Oh no, what should I do now? He left me abandoned. I was happy with my friends, but now I have no one to be called as mine." The pot sadly cries. Just then, an old man passes by and sees the pot. He lifts the pot and takes it home. While the man was walking towards home, the pot thinks in its mind where he might be taking to a broken pot like me. The old man keeps it home, fills water in it regularly and drinks every day. The pot asks the old man, "Sir, I am broken and I don't look good. Why did you bring me home? You could have bought a new one for yourself."
I can't afford to buy a new pot. And if you are broken, you are satisfying my thirst. That's more important. Moreover, one's appearance matters nothing as long they are beneficial to others. Remember it, okay? Appearance is not at all a matter.
You are absolutely right, sir. I was wrong. I always thought staying with a rich man will increase my value. But the truth is, it doesn't matter where we are. It's important how much we are beneficial for them. The pot gets its lesson. Since then, it starts living happily. After few days, the old man brings the other two pots home. Pot 3 felt happy to see them. "Friends, how come you both are here?" "We got scratches on us. Our owner kept us away from home. This kind old man brought us here." Meanwhile, the old man gets 2 plants and puts them in both the pots and waters them every day. "Friend, you wanted to go with the rich man to be happy. But finally, the poor old man made you realize you are still beneficial. When rest of the people thought you are useless. Not only you, but also to us. Now I understood. Looks are not important, but what we do for others is, be it rich or poor." Since then, the 3 friends stayed together happily with the old man.